What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, if you guys are subscribed to this channel, then you know in this video I talked about a new commercial property that we had bought last year. So I want to kind of get into what our plans are, what the process has looked like to get to where we are now, and got some really exciting news for what we're going to be doing with that property, and it's happening really fast. So I'm going to head down to my office and we'll continue this video there, and we'll talk more about what I've got going on. Alright, so my desk is a mess because I've got a lot of stuff to go over and talk about with this property, and I'm super excited about it. But if you watch that other video, and if you haven't, please make sure that you do, because that's going to give you an idea of what type of property we're actually talking about here, and just the process that it takes to take a piece of property in that kind of a state and to turn it into what we're getting ready to do. So I want to talk about the process before we talk about what it's going to be, and the video start pouring in of you know, the dirt work and foundations and a building going up and all of that stuff. I really want to have this as a video that I can look back on, and not only that, but you know, I've kind of searched while I was preparing to do this project for a video that talked about kind of the step-by-step process of doing what I was doing, and I couldn't find one. So I'm hoping that this will be the video that people will be able to find, and will help you on your journey. So we bought the piece of property, and like I said, if you watch that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we bought that piece of property with the intentions of turning it into a commercial property and then moving forward on the project that we're doing. So a lot of things have had to happen in order to make that that process as smooth as possible and get things done to get to where we are now. So kind of, I guess the first step was purchasing the property. We got it under contract and was able to close on that, and that was no problem. We did that last year. So that tells you it's been quite a process for a couple reasons. The next step after doing that, when I purchased the property, it did not come with a survey. So that's what this is right here in this tube. That finally has been completed and came in. I'm going to see if I can get that open. And so we were able to get that survey complete, which was a big piece of the process because I wanted to be able to make sure that all of our lines and all of that stuff, property lines and all of that, were accurate. We're super accurate, and that's important because as we get ready to do our project, there are going to be setbacks that are important, the amount of space between the road and the building, things like that need to be precise, and I needed to know that we could fit the project on that piece of property. So this was vitally important. I believe I've got a friend that bought the property right next to us, and we ended up doing, through Carmen Surveying there, we ended up doing both of our surveys at the same time to save a little bit of money. And you know, they had to come out one time. They could survey both properties. So that's what we did. Survey was $800. So we spent $1,600 together, split that down the middle, and that's what that cost was, $800. So vitally important. If that's a piece of what you're doing, make sure you get a survey if you don't already have one. And if you have one that's super old, there's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of money and making sure that you have an updated survey. Okay, so survey, really important. Now, once the survey was complete, I wanted to start looking at the project itself and what it was exactly that I wanted, and if it would be able to fit and all of that kind of stuff. Because now I have my boundary lines, I've got my stakes there, I can have my builder come out and look and and take measurements and make sure that what I wanted to do was actually possible. So that's what we did. We had them come out and look at the property. He was very impressed with the property. It's super flat. It's perfect for what we're going to be doing with it. And so we went that route. From there, we needed to do a site plan. The site plan is basically an engineer or a company like that comes out and they put it together. They put together exact dimensions and specs and all of that for your project to then present to the local city or county to get approved, so that then you can do that work. So that's what we got done next. That has just been completed. That is this. I can't show it to you because on the other side of this, it has my name, it has the address of the property, and it has exactly what it's going to be. So you see that little flip that almost gave it away. I don't know what your pause game's like. But anyway, we got it done, and site plan ran $2,500. So that wasn't cheap, but has to be done. So site plan is complete now. That gets presented, and I can kind of go through. It's got the tax map here, parcel number. It's got the index of drawings. This is what the description says. Cover sheet, which is this, general notes, existing site plan, proposed site layout, proposed grading and drainage plan, proposed utilities plan, standard site details, and on the next page another standard site detail. So that's everything that comes with the site plan. Like I said, $2,500 for that. That is complete now. This packet will be presented to the county in which this project is going to be taking place, and that happens at the end of this month. This is February. So the end of February, they have their county meeting, and they will look over all of it and make sure that everything is within the specs that it's supposed to be, in order to do that, so that we're in compliance with the city and the county. And to my knowledge, we are. There was only one thing that was off that I actually caught myself. I was pretty proud of myself for that. But the parking lot had an issue with the number of parking spaces, and we wanted to make sure we were ADA compliant as well. If you don't know what that is, that's to make sure that you're handicap accessible with your parking area and everything like that. It's super important, not only to be in compliance, but morally and ethically. You should be ADA compliant. But so we wanted to make sure that was done. That has now been done. Everything got fixed from what I saw on there. I think it's 100% now, but we'll let the county look over that and make sure. And once that happens, once that meeting takes place, and they say everything is good, then we start dirt work. That's the next step after they approve us. Is there's a building, and if you watch the video, the prior video, you'll see there's like a block building on the property that's got to be torn down, and the dirt work starts. So we start grading, putting in drainage. Then we're starting foundation work, and the building goes up. And you guys are going to be here for every bit of that. I'm going to make sure that all those videos are available. I'm going to be there almost every day that I possibly can during that process, so that you get to see all of it, and I can walk you through it all. But I wanted to make sure we had this video too, so that we could, I want it documented for a lot of reasons, not only because you guys are following along with the process. Also, the reason, for the channel is to inspire, the next person. I want to make sure that there is a video like this here. As, again, I couldn't find any for our specific project, which you guys don't know what it is yet. But regardless of that, I also am leaving behind anything that I can for my family, for my boys, so that they can follow in my footsteps if they choose to do that. So that they have the tools that they need, and some of the knowledge that I can pass along from things that I've done, projects that I've done. I want them to be able to look back on it. So For right now, that's where we're at. Like I said, survey got done, site plans done. We present the site plan to the city at the end of the month, and with their approval, we begin the dirt work and the building process. And you guys, there will be videos all along the way. There will be a playlist specifically for that, to where you can just watch all the videos there easily. But I appreciate you guys watching, as always. We've got some new subscribers too, new people that are, there's a new group that I found on Facebook, and appreciate you guys for coming along and following the journey. Appreciate it so much, and I'm going to try to add as much value as I can through all of these videos. So if you don't mind, make sure that you like the video. That helps me out a ton. That gets the video out to more people so that they can see it too. Make sure you're subscribed. If you just happen to find this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you can follow along, and you get alerts if you hit the bell too whenever a new video comes up. And right now, these are going to be the type of videos for this project that are going to be popping up. So as always, guys, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.